The Eucharist is nothing less than a participation in the cross. If I be lifted up, will draw all men to me, Jesus says, and this is written over the sanctuary of our parish where we approach the altar. This is because Jesus was lifted up on the cross in the Eucharist, where Jesus draws us to himself. Jesus is present to us in the Eucharist as we remember his saving work on the cross by lifting him up in his word. But then, wonder of wonders, that once for all work of his is represented outside of time. St. John Henry Newman echoes the Church Fathers by saying the cross is experienced in all times. He says that the cross was raised up for only a few hours on Calvary, but the Mass is given for the millions who will enter his church so that, quote, the one sacrifice on the cross once offered is renewed, continued, and applied for our benefit. Pope St. John Paul II said that the Mass and the cross are but one and the same sacrifice. The sacrifice of the cross, which remains in its uniqueness the turning point of our salvation and becomes the essential link between time and eternity. The cross is present to us in the separation of the consecrated bread and wine, which is offered in two species and represents the breaking of Jesus' body and the shedding of his blood for our salvation. My body given for you, my blood poured out for you. Through this, we experience Jesus' love for us anew. Before the consecration, we offer ourselves in the bread and wine, which is given by the people. Our offering is then united to the sacrifice of Christ. In this way, we receive grace to give ourselves to the cross through the Eucharist. Our sacrifice is enabled and carried forward in this way by the sacrifice of Christ. Then we experience what St. Paul said to the Romans. Now, if we have died with Christ, we believe that we will also live with him. When the priest takes a piece of the consecrated host and commingles it with the precious blood, reuniting the body and blood, we have symbolized for us the resurrection. From the cross and through the cross, we receive the resurrected Lord as heavenly food. With renewed strength, at the end of the Mass, we are sent. Go forth in peace. Our parish mission is to lift up Christ in the beauty of holiness. The beauty of the cross in the liturgy has full meaning when its holiness is evident in our lives, even as we take up his cross and follow him. My name is Father Albert Scharbach, pastor of Mount Calvary Catholic Church in Baltimore, and this is Eucharistic Revival in the Ordinariate.